Step 4. Faith is believing. As mentioned in the previous chapter, you are guiltless, safe, and loved, a truth you must come to believe. This is important because the perception you have of yourself and your life is based on what you believe. Although you think your beliefs are real, this does not necessarily make them real. Your beliefs, real or illusion, will impact your attitudes, feelings, and behaviors, and how you respond to life challenges. What you believe about your life purpose, and your place on this earth will have a huge impact on your happiness. How does someone who feels unlovable, unsafe, or guilty shift their perception of themselves so that they feel the opposite? How can they turn their unhappiness to happiness? Their sadness or depression to joy? According to an article written by Abigail Brenner, MD, in Psychology Today, your belief systems will have taken many years of emotional conditioning and for habitual behavior patterns to develop as a result of programming by your parents, peers, teachers, and mentors. The core beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes you learned from these significant others are usually accepted as the truth. These beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes become hardwired within your subconscious mind and will take time to unlearn. The belief systems we have are often still running our lives, even though they make no sense, limit our expectations, and may even be detrimental to our well-being. Our belief systems are running our lives and controlling what we think about ourselves, others, and our lives without our even being aware. If you believe that you are unlovable or not good enough because of your conditioning, you will need to change these beliefs, even if you are surrounded by meanness and negative attacks of the world that tell you otherwise. To change these hardwired beliefs, you will need to develop faith or trust, because what you have faith in will become what you believe. The following excerpt from The Gift of Change by Marianne Williamson explains the power of faith. Faith is an aspect of consciousness. We either have faith in the love that is eternally true, or faith in the illusions of the ego. In that sense, there is no such thing as a faithless person. If you have faith in the reality of disaster, then disaster will be real for you. If you have faith in the reality of love that lies beyond a disaster, then you become an opening for its transformation. The miracle worker does not look away from darkness, but through it to the light beyond. Faith is a kind of positive denial. We don't deny that something is happening in the physical world. We simply have faith that this reality is but mere illusion before the love of God. We deny the ultimate reality of the world itself. Does your faith lie in the reality of the crucifixion or in the reality of the resurrection? We tend to have greater faith in the limitations of the world than in the limitlessness of God's power. When the disciples of Jesus thought they were going to drown, their faith lay in the power of the storm. When Jesus came out and walked on water, he didn't say to his disciples, "O ye of little walking on water proficiency, didn't you read the brochure?" He said, "O ye of little faith." Because you are a spark of God, you are also limitless and powerful. You need to believe and have faith that this statement is true. So, what is faith? What is faith? I have my own concept of faith deeply planted in my heart, but have been searching for other ways to explain faith for those who may not know how to identify it within themselves. Here are some of the descriptions I've found. Each description holds truth. Faith is trust. If you have faith in something or someone, you trust it or them. Believing goes hand in hand with trust. You exercise faith, you trust that something is true or reliable, and you believe it. You then respond accordingly. If you put your faith in someone, you trust that person and commit to what they are or stand for. One definition the Bible gives for faith goes like this: faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. Hebrews chapter 2, 1. What is faith? If you believe something because you have evidence for it or a rational argument, that is not faith. So faith seems to be believing something despite the absence of evidence or rational argument for it. Peter Singer. Faith is defined as belief with strong conviction. Firm belief in something for which there may be no tangible proof. Complete trust, confidence, reliance, or devotion. Faith is the opposite of doubt. About Religion, Christianity.about.com. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. Helen Keller. Faith consists in believing when it is beyond the power of reason to believe. Voltaire. There is no problem in any situation that faith will not solve. Marianne Williamson. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your belief system will direct your thoughts, and what you think is powerful, because your thoughts will shape your reality and affect the course of your life. You need to become aware that whatever you regularly think about will be manifested in your reality. If you are looking for a change in your life, change your thinking. This concept has been understood by wise sages over the ages, as well as by modern psychologists. The following quotes tell us about the power of thought. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. The greatest force is derived from the power of thought. The finer the element, the more powerful it is. The silent power of thought influences people even at a distance, because mind is one as well as many. The universe is a cobweb. Minds are spiders. Swami Vivekananda. Reality is a projection of your thoughts or the things you habitually think about. Stephen Richards. It is not the situation that's causing your stress. It's your thoughts, and you can change that right here and now. You can choose to be peaceful right here and now. Peace is a choice, and it has nothing to do with what other people do or think. Gerald G. Jampolsky, M.D. Remember, happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have. It depends solely upon what you think. Dale Carnegie. The significant problems we face in life cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. Albert Einstein. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. You have powers you never dreamed of. You can do things you never thought you could do. There are no limitations in what you can do except the limitations of your own mind. Darwin P. Kinsley. The law of attraction attracts you to everything you need according to the nature of your thought life. Your environment and financial condition are the perfect reflection of your habitual thinking. Thought rules the world. Joseph Edward Murphy. The world we have created is a product of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Albert Einstein. As these quotes indicate, thoughts are powerful things that can shape your life. Although thoughts aren't something you can see or touch, thinking is a creative power that will manifest tangible things into your life. So, it is important that you use right thinking to manifest what you truly want. In other words, you need to think positively about the things that you wish to have as part of your life, and you need to avoid thinking negatively. Many people spend their lives worrying about negative things that may or may not happen to them, or worrying about their health or future, or negative or traumatic experiences from their past. For many, these thought patterns have developed or became a habit over a lifetime. Many developed a fear-based belief system because of negative programming from parents, teachers, and peers. If you are to find heaven on earth, you will need to change any fearful thinking you may have learned into love-based thinking. Thoughts of happiness, joy, peace, cooperation, harmony, compassion, and kindness. Love-based thinking is right thinking. It is right-based thinking because God, our source, created humanity to live together in love, not in fear. With consistent practice, living a life of love-based thinking or right thinking will create the right results in your life and can help you to heal from physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual illnesses and diseases, including cancer. There are many examples of people who have used the power of thought to heal themselves. One of the most famous is Louise Hay, who cured herself of cancer, and she went on to inspire millions of people around the world with her books on healing through positive affirmation and learning to love yourself. Louise Hay, born on October 8, 1926, is considered one of the founders of the self-help movement. Her work in the world teaching her positive philosophy and affirmations to create wellness in body, mind, and spirit has helped and healed millions. Louise Hay published her first book, Heal Your Body, in 1976. Then, You Can Heal Your Life, in 1984. And then started Hay House in 1987. Louise celebrated her 90th birthday, October 8, 2016, almost 40 years after she was diagnosed with incurable cervical cancer in 1977-1978. In interviews, she stated that she believed that holding on to resentment from childhood abuse and rape had contributed to the onset of her cancer. She refused conventional medical treatment and began a regime of forgiveness, coupled with therapy, nutrition, reflexology, and occasional colonic enemas. She claimed in the interview, that she rid herself of the cancer by this method, but while swearing to its truth, admitted that she has outlived every doctor who could confirm the story. Louise Hay passed away suddenly in her sleep on August 30th, 2017, while I was writing this book. Her work has been a true blessing to me and many others. The power of thought to create health and wellness and happiness can be better understood through the study of metaphysics. What is the study of metaphysics? The study of metaphysics began as a philosophical endeavor to try and answer the big questions of life, such as, who are we? Why are we here? Where did we come from? As well as the study of our perceptions of the physical life experience. Our understanding of metaphysics has changed over the last century through the development and use of science and technology. The article written by Ilana Moss, titled What is Metaphysics?, and posted on her website states, the basic nature of the body, the mind, our emotions, and how we perceive the physical world can now be measured and observed using instruments and technology that could not be imagined in Aristotle's time, or Kant, or Hume, or any of the other big names in philosophy. Quantum theory and quantum physics have added new dimensions to what we now call metaphysical science, providing us with tested and proven models that demonstrate how our physical world is not really physical. Neuroscience and consciousness studies have shown how the world we experience as physical is created by thought and feeling in the mind. And worldwide endeavors, such as the Intention Experiment and the Global Coherence Initiative, are demonstrating the impact of human thought and emotion upon our planet and each other. There is a growing body of evidence to support the power of thought and emotions on our health and wellness, as well as disease and illness. Many metaphysical scientists have contributed to this body of evidence. To name a few, Aristotle and his philosophical work titled Metaphysics, Albert Einstein with his works on the theory of relativity, the unified field of theory of matter, the wave structure of matter, as well as metaphysics on truth and relativity. Dr. Milo Gualfalso contributed based on his study of the wave structure of matter and the study of electron-particle waves, whereby he found that all matter in the universe is intimately connected and interrelated. Nassim Haramein's work on the Resonance Project laid the foundation for his unified field theory. Lynn McTaggart, author of The Field, was able to synthesize all of the quantum physics discoveries regarding the nature of human consciousness into one unified comprehensive theory. Following these new findings on quantum physics came the development of vibrational medicine. An excellent resource for information on this topic, written by Richard Gerber, MD, is called Vibrational Medicine, the #1 handbook of subtle energy therapies. In it, he describes the changing paradigm of medicine and healing, from that of a Newtonian-based philosophy to that of an Einsteinian-based philosophy. Gerber describes the Newtonian-based philosophy as one where physicians view the body as a grand machine controlled by the brain and the body's nervous system, whereas the Einsteinian-based philosophy sees the human body as a network of biochemical molecules that are a form of vibrating energy. He describes a new form of medicine that has emerged called vibrational medicine that uses specialized forms of energy to heal a person's energetic system that is out of balance. The basis for this new energy healing paradigm is supported by Albert Einstein's foundational metaphysical work mentioned previously, called Metaphysics on Truth and Relativity. On this topic, Gerber states, "The recognition that all matter is energy forms the foundation for understanding how human beings can be considered dynamic energetic systems." Through his famous equation, E equals mc squared, Albert Einstein proved to scientists that energy and matter are dual expressions of the same universal substance. That universal substance is a primal energy or vibration of which we are all composed. Gerber presents an extremely informative and in-depth review of the emerging vibrational medicines being practiced at the time in 2001, such as acupuncture, plant-based flower therapies, energetic healing, crystal and mineral-based healing, sound healing, and includes the use of electromagnetic healing devices. His more recent updated work on vibrational medicine, called A Practical Guide to Vibrational Medicine, Energy Healing and Spiritual Transformation, describes the role of thought and consciousness in helping human beings to heal themselves, and further supports his explanations with scientific evidence. This guide reviews the various external energetic inputs that influence health, including nutrition, supplementation, and environmental stressors, but also looks at the internal subtle energy factors affecting health and wellness, including imbalances in the chakra system, and describes this as a critical link between body, mind, and spirit. What these great physicists, scientists, and thinkers have shown us is that our thoughts and our perception of our life will shape our experience and ultimately affect our health and wellness and happiness, or conversely, our disease, wellness, and unhappiness. Using this knowledge can help you to heal yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Therefore, because your belief system directs your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality, replacing any fearful thinking you may have with love-based thinking is an important step on the journey. These concepts will be further explored in the following chapter. So how can you begin to change your thoughts to love-based? Come to believe and have faith in God, or a higher power that is the source of all life and who is all loving, kind, compassionate, and merciful. Change your belief system to match that which God intended, that you are a joyful, loving, and peaceful spiritual being having a human earth experience. Learn how to trust God, the source and the universe to be there for you, looking after your best interests in all things. Learn to love yourself for the wonderfully, perfectly imperfect human being that you are. Once you love yourself, you will automatically put forward the same attitude towards others. Watch your thoughts and identify when you are being negative or having limiting thoughts. Learn methods to change your negative thoughts to more positive thoughts. The power of positive thinking and listening affirmations and visualizations are well-known and broadly accepted methods for developing right thinking. These methods allow new thoughts to become a part of your automatic or subconscious thinking process, which will then lead to right behavior. Change from limiting thoughts to expansive thoughts. Some people have used hypnosis to change their limiting thoughts. Hypnosis can directly access the subconscious mind so that positive instructions or affirmations reach the subconscious mind unhindered. So the act of changing our thinking takes place faster. Develop a daily meditation or spiritual practice. As mentioned at the beginning of this chapter, what you believe about your life purpose, and your place on this earth will have a huge impact on your happiness. You have the choice to believe that life on earth is a gift for learning, or an endless stream of life challenges with no real purpose. When you have faith or believe in a source of all that is good, and believe that you are a unique spark of that goodness, you will believe you can move mountains and will be capable of achieving many great things. Remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You can choose to enjoy and cherish every lesson you came to earth to learn, or fight and struggle through to the end. The choice is yours.